Poetry is power.
And now, audience members, please put your hands together. I mean, clap hard, you know what I'm saying? For singer, actress, star of the Real Housewives of Potomac, Miss Candiace Dillard-Bassett. Here we go.
On the defensive, 'cause you ain't committed in this position. 'Cause I let it happen, looking right back at you. And I ask you, what would it do with some thought or attitude? I just want to follow through. You don't want a relationship, you just want the benefit. Can't make a decision, want perks, no commitment. You just want the privilege. Yeah, you can't be dismissed. Can't put up with your shit. Not on my watch. No, no, not on my watch. Yeah, you ran out of clock. Yeah, you can go relate about my feelings. What is you waiting for when you said we should take it slow? You don't want a relationship. No, not on my watch. No, no, not on my watch. Yeah, yeah. You ran out of time. You ran out of time. Yeah, you can go relate. And you gotta go out my feelings. What is you waiting for? Oh, we should take it slow. Don't want a relationship. Yeah, yeah. You just want the benefit. Industry telling me that I'm not moving right. They say I'm talking way too much when I go online. When you got me, it was love and not for the light. When they wouldn't let me live, you fuck with my vibe. I exceed your expectations. It ain't no complaining from you. Something a reservation. Nigga, can we make up for two? Been working on my mind and I'm dripping all this fineness. Clap your hands. Watch how I walk it out looking. A smile to die for, you can't forget. Oh, I know you like what is given, daddy. Oh no, that's what you're thinking about. I got everything right here. Is it enough for you? Oh, I know you like what is given, darling. Oh, that's what you're thinking about. I got everything right here. Is it enough for you? Oh, is it enough for you, baby?
Snap your fingers. Do a little this. Thank you. I hope you are enjoying the power of poetry. And now we'll have some very special readings from our poets. The first one says this: whether you greet people by saying hi, how are you, howdy, or what's up, which one of these greetings would you consider standard English? Well, here to tell us all about it and the caveats of the language is Cheryl Crockett with her poem, Standard English.
Who hears a color? Who sees sound? Can you tell just by listening if I'm pale or brown? If I speak in a way that sounds bright or polite, you might hear me and then see me and say, "You sound white." Those three little words can make one suspect that my voice, not my skin, deserves your respect. That curious phrase is a resident thief that reiterates, reaffirms, and reinforces a belief, and robs a strong race of attributes that have no color or face. Who hears color? Who sees sound? Can you tell, just by listening, if I am pale or brown? Tell me I'm intelligent, or just say that I'm smart. In speaking, I'm hoping to master the art. It's called Standard English. It's a matter of choice. I insist that it is the color of my voice. My vocabulary is big, and it's strong, and I use it. If I'm articulate, try not to confuse it with the sound of my speech or the tone of my talk, because voices have no color.
Wasn't that wonderful? Yes. We thank you, Cheryl. Butterflies are sometimes a symbol of a catharsis and change, as illustrated in this very beautiful poem entitled The Butterfly by Suzanne Williams.
I don't know struggle, I just know beauty. It's not what you can see, it's a process for me. Every hurt, every scar, beautifully woven into tapestry, is what beautifully has made you, you, and has beautifully made me, me. In the fullness of time, you will clearly see the purpose of the process, molding what your story will be. Every piece like a puzzle, not beautiful till the end. Every pain, illness, and sorrow in time will mend. Nothing missing, nothing broken, just recast and reset. Metamorphosis in your chrysalis until your purpose is met. Please don't damage me, trying to set me free. Struggle is the process that makes you, you, and me like a butterfly, me. I must go through. There is no staying here. No holding on to what I held dear. To stay is to die. But when I go through, I'm a butterfly, soaring, inspiring, and beautifying. All through the struggle, testifying. Beauty beyond the surface, fortified with purpose.
Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. Anyone anyone who has loved and lost their love knows the disappointing feeling of a broken heart. Let's listen to Stephanie B. Moore as she tells her tale in a poem titled A Mending Heart.
Pain in my chest, an emptiness, a broken heart that won't forget. Pain in my chest, an emptiness, a broken heart that won't forget. Your absence left me longing for your presence. I needed your love, protection, reassurance, guidance, and affection. Pain in my chest, an emptiness, a broken heart that won't forget. Many nights I cried out to God in pain, feeling as if I was going insane, asking God, what did I do? Then a realization comes true, that you were broken and hurting too. Forgiveness tears down walls of bitterness, anger, and resentment. Pain in my chest, hopefulness, a broken heart that starts to mend. With forgiveness, I forgive you.
I'm back. Thank you, Stephanie. Let's give Stephanie a round of applause. Okay, so Mildred Stokes brings us two poems, one about the strength of women entitled Equity, and the other a humorous rendition of A Busy Morning entitled, well, the title will give it away. I'll just let her tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Mildred Stokes.
I spied their willingness to stay, their deeply etched resolve to stand against all that stands in the way. Equity women, not taking it anymore, not going back, diminished by the rhetoric of politics, stooped by fear of not being believed when the winds of raw truth are revealed. Equity women, resigned to stay the course at the urgency of the hour. You and me too and you, the strength of willpower, strong. Equity women, this time stayed in drumbeat rhythm until all our victories are won. Yes, I am here. We belong. Too much going on. Too much going on. Up for a day in the morning, high noon has come, no breakfast for me done, too much going on. Bell ringing at the front door, dog scratching at the back, kids hair pulling, elbowing, pushing, shoving in the mirror. I call out, but they won't stop. Is it a sibling rivalry going on, or some vengeance not talked about? Stop barking, Mackenzie. Wait your turn. Gotta solve more pressing concerns, like bringing folk to the table to hash things out as best I'm able. Reconcile to forgive. Reconcile to let bygones be bygones. Doggone Mackenzie interrupted me again. Come in, come on in. Too much going on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mildred. Let's give Mildred a round of applause. Faith the size of a mustard seed can flourish miracles and cause our most magnificent dreams to come true, as Carla Howard illustrates in her poem titled The Harvest.
We prepared the soil to receive the seed. We planted that seed and tended its every need. Covered it with rich soil, fertile, and tucked it in. Kept birds at bay with shiny bits of tin. We did not sow in barren soil, for no fruit will spring forth, no matter our toil. Rained from heavens and watered by hand, loved by God, loved by man. He provided the sun's warmth, for nothing grows in the cold. Fruit after its own seed, it doesn't have to be told. Green pokes through just a tiny bud, still in need of warmth, water, love. But with our little, God does a lot. Soon a bounty from our wee plot. And like a mighty oak, from a small acorn did grow, our fruit bursts forth from seeds we did sow. Of the vine our ripe fruit we do take. We eat of that fruit that he did make. But let's not stop here. Let our hearts also show our abundance in him. Let our Christ life flow. Fertile life, ample, plenty. Fruitful, prolific, abundance, bounty. These are not just words. Are you really listening? Have you really heard? For no thing will prosper without him. His love is in every seed that is planted within. We reap the harvest of fruit and of spirit. We nourish our souls if we could just hear it. For we eat of his word, we then grow, and we are the harvest from seeds he did sow.
Let's give Carla another round of applause. Okay, how many times have people asked you, how are you? And you reply, I'm fine, knowing darn well that you're not. Okay, me too. This is all too often the norm for a lot of us, right? So let's take a journey with Miss Robin Washington as she gives us a peek under the veil in her poem entitled Hidden Behind the Mask.
Hidden behind the mask is the pain and silent tears. Hidden behind the mask is time lost and wasted years. Hidden behind the mask that covers the abuse and lies. Hidden behind the mask are the unheard pleas and cries. Hidden behind the mask so the pain will not show. Hidden behind the mask in hopes that no one knows. Hidden behind the mask is the abuse no one sees. Hidden behind the mask is all that hurts and suppresses me. Hidden behind the mask is the heartache and the grief. Hidden behind the mask while waiting for relief. Hidden behind the mask are the questions in doubt. Hidden behind the mask is a scream waiting to roar out. Hidden behind the mask is the pain too much to bear. Hidden behind the mask are the burdens and the cares. Hidden behind the mask in bondage and in captivity. Hidden behind the mask, waiting to be uncovered and set free. Hidden behind the mask is a front and phony smile. Hidden behind the mask are the disappointment in life's trials. Hidden behind the mask to await another day. Hidden behind the mask in hopes that the pain will go away. Hidden behind the mask that keeps me from being me. Hidden behind the mask in hope that someone will see. Hidden behind the mask, the me that is truly meant to be. Hidden behind the mask, my true purpose and destiny. Hidden behind the mask, and all the madness to end. Hidden behind the mask is my purpose that lies within. Hidden behind the mask, no longer wondering why or when. Hidden behind the mask, no longer in chains or in bound. Hidden behind the mask, no longer, for now I am found. Hidden behind the mask, no longer in bondage or captivity. Hidden behind the mask, no more. I am uncovered and set free.
Let's keep it going for Robin. You know the drill by now. Keep clapping. Next, Gwendolyn Williams brings us two poems. One, a tale of a mother's love in Mother Wept. The other, a funny story about women's apparel. And I think everybody knows we love to get dressed. I love to get dressed up, yes. So let's welcome Gwendolyn to the stage.
Mother wept. I saw my mother crying twice. The first time about something sad, difficult, not nice. It was almost 3/4 of a century ago, but the memory is embedded in my mind. I can't let it go. I was a little girl, about 5 years old. I think about mommy crying, but some things are rarely told. Mother was in the kitchen, cooking. She was an attractive woman, some might say good looking. Mommy was wearing a dress she had made. It was starting to fade. The cloth was cotton, maroon with small flowers. Comfortable, she could wear it for hours. There was a knock at the front door, very rare. Mother stopped what she was doing and went to answer with care. A man in a uniform was standing there, his face hard to discern. He had a letter in his hand from Western Union, I later learned. The man handed mommy the letter, left, didn't look back. Mother was taken aback. Mommy read the letter, tears began to fall. I kept looking at her, kept watching, that's all. Mommy didn't say a word, but returned to the kitchen, finished cooking. Mommy didn't even know I was looking. Mother didn't make a sound, started scrubbing the floor that she had just done only hours before. Mommy worked fast, hard, cleaning what was already clean. My mother looked a little mean. I didn't utter a sound, moved to the corner, watched, waited for mommy to rebound. Skirts. I do like skirts. I wear skirts to flirt. Pants are nice, but to wear them, I must think twice. Skirts of the 50s had lots of flair. When I turned around and around, my skirt would fill the air. Some were adorned with poodles. Others had crinolines, and I do mean oodles. Pencil slim skirts create unique silhouettes. Sometimes it's difficult to walk with proper etiquette. They mold the body and outline its form, but you can hardly dance till dawn. The miniskirt put me to the test. If not careful, it could reveal all that was best. Very little fabric, lots of color. My father said, choose another. The A-line skirt was modest indeed, meant for so many figures, it was aimed to please. A bit boring, you know, not very dramatic. Once in a while, I'd find one that was very charismatic. I loved gored skirts. They fell just below my knees. They twirled with me like magic for all to see. I once had one made of wool challis. It swayed with me right up my alley. My maxi skirt hides lots of secrets. I can move around the dance floor and nobody knows what's beneath it. Maxi skirts come in all fabrics, prints, and designs. Yes, my maxi skirt is just divine.
All right, Gwendolyn had y'all giggling out here. I heard that. All right. COVID-19 has rocked every human life in various ways. Up next, we have two artists that composed their feelings about the pandemic in the form of poetry. But before we hear those touching poems, I would like us to take a moment of silence for those who have lost their lives to this disease and to those of us who soldier on in these uncertain times. Thank you. And now, please welcome Nina Tillery to share her poem titled C-19.
The C-19 was a despairing shock and a horrendous scare, our worst contagious virus, and a violent outbreak of fear. Curfews, lockdowns, and shutdowns all around the world, and itty-bitty towns. A few laughed. They said it was all a lie. Some miraculously survived, but still, too many died. What goes around comes around. With C-19, there came various negatives, but for today, we're going to focus on the positives. Togetherness, quarantine, your house or mine, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, socializing, and much needed quality time. Jobs went remote, people working from home, timely business phone deals, families gathered for home-cooked meals. Emergency, expedited food stamps so we all can eat. Suddenly, available shelters for the homeless to sleep. Unemployed payments abundantly high. Being out of debt, yahoo! Now that's a happy cry. Conversations, communications, mediators for translations. No in-church services, more in-home school classes. Low crimes and shootings, even the atheists were praying. Better personal hygiene. Cover your face when you sneeze. Wash your hands excessively clean. Wear a mask when talking in my face. Social distance at a 6-foot pace. The C-19 came for a visit and tried to take over, but we wouldn't let it. We created vaccines to stop it in its tracks. No more goodbye C-19 attacks.
All right, let us give Miss Nina a round of applause. I'm jumping the gun. Next, we have Ms. Neha Misra with an important message for all of us here tonight and the entire world with her poem, Let Us Waste Not. It's a call to humanity in this time of COVID-19. Let's welcome Neha.
Let us waste not, a call to humanity in the time of COVID-19. A pandemic would be a terrible thing to waste. A pandemic would be a terrible thing to waste. I wish this passes very, very soon. I wish this passes very, very soon. And may we not forget this for a very, very long time. For now, let us still our minds, deepen our breaths, behold our beloveds, pray our prayers, give our gratitude, be our being. For if the world was ending today, what is it that you and I must do? For while a pandemic is a clock on growth hormones, a near-death experience, our time has always been limited in a timeless universe of stars. At least in this form, in this lifetime. What do the human walls, the othering, the counting heads of people as aliens, the mad quest to dominate the sacred, the nuclear stockpiles, the macho might of all the armies in the world? What does all this mean in the face of a half-living, half-non-living microorganism who has paused it all? Reminding them, you, we, us, me, are all in need of safety, mercy, luck, love, community. In this inescapable web of interdependence between humans and nature, nature to which we belong and depend on in equal measure. Someone asked on the gram of Insta, what if we humans are the virus to this earth and Corona is the vaccine? What a terrifying idea. Someone objected on the Book of Faces. We too are of this earth. Do not separate us, nor, despite its beauty, rejoice at the bird songs over graves, tears of loss and fear. Someone zoomed a powerful reminder from a graffiti wall in Asia. We cannot return to normal. We cannot return to normal because normal we had was precisely the problem that brought us here. Think about that. Think about that. Inhale. Someone, please light an incense for us all. Someone, please unhide your hidden song. Someone, please not live anymore in a way that makes you fully alive. Someone, please bake your glorious fruitcake for your own soul's sake. Rilke said, let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. Can we bow in humility to this terror and beauty? Can we reset? Can we re-be? Can we renew? For a pandemic would be a terrible thing to waste. I wish this passes very, very soon. And may we not forget this for a very, very long time. May we heal ourselves, our species, and Mother Earth. Exhale. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Neha. Let's give her another round of applause. Those are the rules. Last but certainly not least, we bring Ms. Gwendolyn Williams back to the stage to wrap up our poetry party, I love that, with a lively and inspirational poem titled, you guessed it, The Power of Poetry.
Poetry is power. The rhythm of poetry makes you want to move. Poetry can be like a song. The sound of poetry can cause you to dance all day long. Poetry can be written in 3/4 time. Poetry will inspire you to waltz. Poetry will make you move just because. The power of poetry is not always understood. Poetry, like jazz, can have a syncopated beat. Poetry can make you want to tap your feet. Poetry can motivate you to achieve higher heights. The poetry of Langston Hughes, Maya Angelou, Gwendolyn Brooks, and Nicole Giovanni gives us power to carry out our dreams. The power of poetry is limitless, it seems. Poetry can cause your blood pressure to rise. Some poets use alliteration that is libidinous, lively, and lustful, or spirited, sparkling, and stimulating. The result will leave you vital, vigorous, and vivacious. Poetry is everywhere. It's in the trees, it's in the air. Poetry can bring forth a range of ideas like the spectrum of the colors in a rainbow. Poetry can create endless visions like an infinity pool. Poetry is simple. Poetry is complex. Poetry always has a meaning. Poets live to write. Poetry contributes to life. Poetry is power.
Must really think I'm playing. Reverse the conversation. Trust me, it's not what you want.
All right. So that's my first single, Drive Back, available on all streaming platforms. But before we do that, yes, thank you. I do just want to give one more resounding round of applause to all of these brave, amazing poets. It takes guts to get up here and spill your guts. I'm really impressed by all of you, and amazing job to everybody. They're gonna come out in just a minute. But I do just want to shamelessly plug again my new album, Deep Space. It's available on all streaming platforms. Go grab that as soon as we're done. I wanna thank my husband, who's somewhere in the audience. Hey husband, love you. I also want to thank Miss Sonya, who is the most amazing stage director, and Miss Yvonne and Mr. Robert for giving us this amazing evening. Round of applause for them. The reason we're all here. And now, without further ado, I bring to you the director of Poetry with Power, Ms. Sonya Hemphill.
All right, thank you, Candiace. Let's give another welcoming round of applause for the singer, actress, star of Real Housewives of the Potomac, Miss Candiace Dillard-Bassett. She did an amazing job, amazing. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight for this evening of poetry, prose, readings, music, laughter. It was amazing. We have dived into the arts, and we've surfaced on the other side where hopefully some of you have been more enlightened and refreshed and perhaps a little inspired to put your pen to paper and write some poetry of your own. Remember, poetry is power, right? Yes. And now, without further ado, I would love to introduce you to the cast of Poetry is Power. Come on out, ladies. Tony. Stephanie. Nina and Lisa. Carla. Miss Cheryl Crockett. Robin and Suzanne. Miss Gwendolyn and Miss Mildred. Our actress for the evening, Mo. Mr. Tim Alameda. And our banjo players. And Miss Neha. Our wonderful dancer to Maya Angelou, Tyler. Tyler is doing her African print there, which we love. And if you see, there's just an array of wonderful, wonderful designer costumes up here. I mean, what do you think of these costumes, huh? I mean, it's just wonderful. I've written that up as a segue. I wanted to tell everyone that this is my mother who has passed on. This is her daishiki that she wore often. And thank you. And so I wore it tonight in her honor because she would be so happy that I'm here at the Kennedy Center stage, as all of us are. And my very special love actually got me a belt because I wanted a belt to kind of bring in the waistline there. And it's so special. It has an angel on it, and I just want to thank her. Thank you so much. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to bring to the stage the founder of the Life Journeys Writers Guild and her wonderful husband. He is a hoot. Mr. Robert Medley and Mrs. Yvonne J. Medley.
Thank you. I just want to thank you all for being here. And again, as she said, my name is Robert Medley, or I'm best known as Yvonne's husband. So that's my claim to fame. Just want to, again, thank everyone. Just want to make an announcement. In addition to the Life Journeys Writers Guild, which is a nonprofit, and we concentrate on the literary arts, but as you all saw tonight, we expand to all the arts. So we're grateful that we have partnerships with the Charles County Arts Alliance, and the special project I've been assigned to was with these wonderful banjo players. So I want to thank the Arts Alliance and the Banjo Project for being out as well as the dancers and the music, and a special thank to Candiace and my buddy out there, Chris, her husband. Just want to thank you all again for being out here. And again, this was a dream of my wife's, and she dreams big, and often her dreams become reality. And I just thank her for bringing me along for the ride. Thank all of you guys as well.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. We thank the Kennedy Center. Thank you to our tech people. They were amazing. Yes. And thank you to Miss Kathy for all her help with everything. And that's it, folks. We're glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Get home safely. And wear your mask.
Poetry is power. Life Journeys Writers Guild. Poetry is power.